Hey guys, welcome back to Ernest Fishing. I am, as always, the bass spinner Cole, and today I'm going to give you guys the video you've been wanting to see. This is a walkthrough of my brand new 2021 Tracker Pro Team 195 TXW. So stick around, I'm going to show you guys the ins and outs of it, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and I'm pretty excited about it. So let's go. Alright guys, let's start in the back to the front. This thing here is a beast. This is a Mercury Pro XS, 150 horsepower, and I think this boat normally comes with like a 110 or something, but it's rated for 150, and that's what I wanted. I'm used to 150 horsepower on my old boat. Let me tell you, this packs a little bit more torque. Same Mercury, but it's just a newer model, and I'm going to tell you, this 150 really gets up and go. Looking forward to getting all the break-in hours on it. I've got a couple hours on it already. I don't have the full break-in hours on it yet, but once I do, I'm looking forward to kind of getting there a little bit quicker. I'm not much of a speed demon by any means, but I am looking forward to kind of being able to go a little bit more than 30 miles an hour and get up a little bit more than 3,500 RPMs, which is kind of what I got to stay at right now until I get you know, about 5 hours of break-in time on the old motor, and then we can really you know, the guys told me I can, you know, after that, have at it. So looking forward to that. Should get those hours on it this weekend. I'd be surprised how long it takes to get 5 hours on a motor. I've been a few times fishing already in it, and you know, I got about 2 hours on it, and that's over the course of I think 3 trips, and one of the trips, the first trip, I did ride for a little over an hour, so it takes a little bit longer to get those hours on the motor than I would think. But stainless steel Fury prop. This is a 24 pitch Mercury Tempest Plus. So when you guys are, you know, want to know the pitch of the prop, there you go. And I'm gonna tell you, when you crank this thing up, it is extremely quiet. If you heard my old motor, it sounded like a hot rod firing up, but this thing is super quiet, super efficient. I filled the tank up with gas. I've went fishing 3 times, put 2 hours on the motor at about 3,500 RPMs. I ain't even got anywhere close to using a quarter tank of gas yet, so I'm looking forward to the fuel economy in this as well. But this is a beast, and I love it. So let's moving on up. Alright guys, moving up here to the back deck area here. We've got 2 compartments, one on each side, and they're small compartments. You could probably hold a couple of 3,600 Plano boxes in there. Going to the back, just a quick look in there at the gas tank, batteries, and I can fit 4 batteries back there. The guys wired it up already with some interstate batteries. Very good batteries, but I was worried that I could only fit like 3 batteries max in there, but it turns out that I can fit 4 in there. So my trolling motor right now is a 24 and 36 volt. I'll show you that here in a minute, but if I wanted to add that extra battery, or an extra battery strictly for electronics, then I've got plenty of room to do that in the back, and I'm really excited about that. I didn't think I had that much room, but it turns out I do, so really like that. Okay. All right, moving on, we've got a massive live well, divided, aerated, pump in, pump out, recirculating. Really excited about that, and I know you can't see it, but there are some live well lights if you're fishing at night and want to see in there, see what you got. Very good lights. I tested them out the other night. All right, folks, next up we've got the business side of things. Cockpit here. Very nice cockpit, very nice instrumentation, extremely nice sitting seats. There is a seat that goes here, a cushion that goes here, but I'm sometimes up and down a lot depending on how I'm fishing. or how many people I've got with me, if I take anybody with me. And really don't want anybody stepping in that seat, so I went ahead and took it out. It's pretty easy to take those out. You got some storage under here. I've got my 3-bank Minn Kota charger, as well as the fire extinguisher. Little backrest there. But you know, I can't say anything bad about this cockpit. I've got a tilt steering wheel, which was very nice. Got bilge pump, navigation lights, my controls for the fill and recirculation of the live well. Got a 12-volt plug. Very nice instrument cluster. I've got battery. I've got fuel, miles per gallon, water pump, pressure, trim gauge, and RPM gauge. Very nice, comfortable steering wheel. I love the windshield here. I'm not used to having one. I'm used to having just the wind cut me in the face, and this will be really nice on rainy days or on really cold days. So the cockpit here, I did install a hot foot. The reason I did that, I like to keep both hands on the wheel when I'm running, especially once I get those break-in motors or hit some rough waves or anything. I can quickly, you know, feather the throttle however I need to get across those waves. Kill switch, of course, you know, forward reverse, of course. Love the hot foot. If you have a chance to get a hot foot on your boat, and if you don't, if you got an older boat that don't have them, and you know, this one didn't come with a hot foot, I had to add it extra. But really like it. It's really awesome. Also like to mention on the passenger side, which my wife extremely enjoys that seat. It is very nice, as well as I love it. I've got some little rod holders there, a little bungee cord if I ever have a co-angler or anything like that. A little foot pedal, a place to put your rods and reels, which is really good because in my old boat I didn't have a whole lot of room for anybody else other than me. So really liking that. Alright, I'm in some tight quarters right here, but just wanted to show you guys the does come with a cooler. Now if I had to say something I don't like about this boat, this would be it. You can tell inside of it, it's just a metal box. I talked to a guy who had the exact same model as this one beforehand, and he had it for a while, and he said the only thing that he didn't like about it was the cooler. Now it's a great big old cooler, and I'll give them that. And there's probably some things I can do, maybe shoot some foam beside these, maybe take these cup holders out and shoot some foam beside it. Maybe that'll make it a little bit better. But for now, what I've been doing is I've got a soft side cooler that I always carry with me. I just fill it full of ice and stuff it in there. It does fine. There is a drain in the bottom. If I wanted to, you know, if I did put ice in it, it will drain out and just go on out the back. So that's the cooler. Alright guys, moving up to the front deck. First off, we've got 2 middle compartments. These are very awesome compartments. Very deep. I can fit a lot of gear in here. On this one I've just got some stuff that I don't use as often, and the reason that I do that is because a lot of times when I'm fishing I'll come and sit right here and rig up, and you know, if I'm sitting right here I can't get in this, so and instead of having to scoot over here to I'll just put things that I don't use as often in here, and to where it's not really that big of a problem. Alright, the forward one, very nice. It has a gas shock. Wish this one did, may add it later, but that gas shock just makes life a whole lot better up here when I'm trying to rig, trying to get some stuff out of. I've got all of my stuff that I use pretty regular up here. Now this is very deep, very wide. I've got a ton of 3600 boxes Plano. Also got some totes in here. Now I know you can't see it from this camera angle, but that goes all the way up to where the foot pedal starts. I can fit a lot of gear. Now if I want to put some gear in there, maybe some rain suits, some extra life jackets, you know, a throw cushion, things of that nature, up there that, you know, I gotta have, but really not going to use very often, I would go ahead and put those up there. Or if you've got a network box for some of your electronics, that's a good place to put it. But it's just up there, it's out of the way, and I really like how deep this is. Really like that. And that lid is awesome. All of the latches here in the middle and the front, all these up front, and the one in the far back are locking latches. So if I do travel and I don't want anybody to get my stuff, then those locking latches are going to be a big help with that. So really enjoy the locking latches. All right, moving up to the front, we've got a lot of storage here. Now on this side, which I wish I had a gas shock, but it doesn't, it's no big deal. I've got all of my rods on the left side of the boat. I've never had a rod storage this big, and this one has the tubes in the front, which I'm really getting used to. My other boat was totally open, so I just threw my rods in there and they kind of, you know, got tangled up and jumbled up. This way I can keep these really good and organized and where I want them at, and they stay in place. They're not bouncing around. They're not, you know, getting tangled up. So I'm really liking this rod locker over here. Again, locking. Only thing that I wish it did have is a gas strut, but if I did put one of those in, it may get in the way of getting my rods in and out. So that's minor for now. On the other side, I've got some a lot of storage again. It's set up the same way. If you wanted rods on this side, you could do that, no problem. I've got some life jackets over here, throw cushions. I've got some worms and soft plastics, and really just, you know, what I'm using that day as far as soft plastics I've kept over here. That way I can quickly get in and out. Don't have to get in here or stretch to get in here. It's just that's kind of my fast get to box over there. So really liking this as well. I could put rods, like I said, on either side, lockable. If you have a preference, if you wanted rods on one side or the other, then hey, you're set up. Now guys, this deck, I know you can't tell it, GoPro's kind of got a fisheye effect, but this is a massive, massive deck. You could probably get 2 to 3 people comfortably up here fishing. You wouldn't even know that they were there. I'm really, really digging this big deck. It's a very stable boat for an aluminum boat. It is stable. It's wide. This model I got, this is why I got this model. It's wider than most aluminum boats. So huge deck on the front, very stable. I'm very pleased with this boat. Let me jump down here and show you guys my nice little trolling motor. Alright guys, this is one thing that I tell you what, this is probably one of the best things you could ever buy on a boat. Just about, in my opinion. This is a Garmin Force trolling motor. I've never had a trolling motor this fancy in my life, but let me tell you guys, it's kind of pricey, but this is worth every penny. It's got the anchor lock feature. It's just awesome. It pushes this boat like it ain't nothing. I've had it on wide open trolling around, and it kicks up a wake behind me when we're going. Usually fishing on 2 or 3, you know, setting, if you're, you know, 2 or 3%, 20 or 30% rather. Very easy to get up and down. The gas shocks assist is awesome. Can't say enough good things about this trolling motor. I love it. It's a wireless foot pedal, which takes a little bit to get used to. I've got to adjust the tension on it. It's kind of loose compared to a cable drive. Now I can tighten that up and make it a little bit more stiff and make it feel like a cable-driven trolling motor pedal, which I am going to do. It's got network cables for the graphs that I will be adding at a later date. I do not have any graphs on this boat at this time. It came with a Lowrance Hook 5 HDI, which I'm going to tell you, to be my honest opinion, is complete garbage. Just my opinion. Some people may like Lowrance and they've got other good stuff, and I'm sure they're fine. That depth finder, I don't like. But that's why I'm going to full Garmin electronics. You guys know that I'm a die-hard Humminbird fan, and I've had them forever. As long as I've been fishing, I've had Humminbird products. But I decided with this boat to make the switch. Garmin trolling motor. I'm getting two 10-inch screens, one at the console, one at the bow, networked together, and also I'm getting a live scope, a Panoptix live scope, and all that is on back order right now, unfortunately. So as soon as that arrives, I'll probably do a video on the install of all that, getting all that networked together. I got to get some wiring, pull wires from the front to back for all of that, and I'll bring you guys along for that as well. But just want to show you the trolling motor. I'm extremely tickled to death over this trolling motor, but let's keep going. All right, y'all, this is probably my first big add-on that I've done, other than the the upgraded trolling motor and electronics. This is a bow step. I got this from bowstep.com. I actually got it off Amazon, which I will leave a link to in the description. But this boat, getting off and on, it's a little bit higher than my old boat, and the latch is a little bit further back than what I'm used to. It's not a bad thing, it's just different. But I'm getting a little bit older, so I thought this would be a good investment. Really, it's not that much problem launching it. It's just when you get back, trying to get from this step, hang on to the trolling motor, and try to, sometimes you have to back down pretty far. So, when you're not trying to get your feet wet, you got to balance on the tongue and climb in the back of the truck. And I got this just to make it a lot easier for me to get off and on the boat, and I'll demonstrate that right now. It's just when I'm launching the boat, got a handle, come up on the boat, step on the pad, and I'm on the boat. When I get done, grab handle, and I'm off the boat. And that is something that I really love. Like I said, it may show my age a little bit. But this is an upgrade that I thought was well worth the money. Like I said, I'll leave a link below. Some of you guys are getting older like me, and if you're kind of getting a little hard to get up and down on the boat. Me, I'm clumsy. I'm liable to fall. I don't want to take a dive, especially with cold water coming in, or coming up, winter coming on. So that is just one thing that I added that I'm really enjoying, and I'm looking forward to getting out on the water with it. Well guys, that's going to be about it for the tour of my new 2021 Tracker Pro Team 195 TXW. That's a mouthful, I know, but thank you guys for coming along. I know some of you guys have been following me on social media, have been asking for a kind of a walkthrough and show us the boat. So I thought I'd take a few minutes and show you guys what I got. I'm extremely blessed to have this boat. And it could not have happened without the help of one person. And that one person is my wife. She really pushed me to get this boat. And, she handles all the finances in the household. So she kind of made a way for it to happen where I might not have got it on my own. I've had my old boat for a long time. I really like it. But about once a year I have to, put it in the shop as you do with older boats. But she said, why don't you just go get you a new one? And I was like, okay, I'll do it. So big thanks to my wife, Shauna. Wouldn't have got the boat without her, I'll be honest with you. She really pushed for it, and I've been looking at a bunch of boats for a long time. So big thanks to her. And if I missed anything in here, if you guys have any questions about the boat, please put them in the comments below. I got this at Tracker Boating Center in Florence, Alabama. If you guys want to know where I got it. And really love the boat. I can't say enough good things about it. Looking forward to many years of good fishing. Plan on bringing you guys along with that. I'm excited about getting the new graphs on here and getting all that wired up. Everything was back ordered right now. You know, ever since the summer, everything's been out of stock on everything, so it's taken a long time to get graphs in. And trolling motors, I was, you know, fortunate to get that in. I thought that'd be back ordered, but anyway, I'm happy with it. So like I said, if you guys got any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And if I missed anything, I do apologize. But there's just a lot to go over on this boat, and I'm really digging it. So you guys know the drill. I'm the Bassmaster Ernest, and we'll see you guys down the road.